What a wonderful afternoon. It's incredible. I just got a notice on my iPhone that rain is expected in the next 15 minutes, which doesn't explain why it's been raining for the last hour and a half here. But yeah, technology. Um, Before I start my poems, I just wanted to mention that the conversation before the show, when everybody was talking about Paris and areas around Paris and accents, uh, the French instructor at my first college back in 1966 had 3 degrees from the Sorbonne, bachelor's, a master's, and a doctorate in the French language. And he spoke French with a Scottish brogue, and could not teach us to get the pronunciations correct. What can I say? Okay, the usual 3 pieces. Railing at the Light takes its epigraph from a Scottish proverb that I saw in a bar once back when I was a drunk. They speak of my drinking, but never my thirst. Then I will speak of it, though they fear the sound of my voice, of my tread, the thread of their being breaking with the rail at my lips. I was cast into life like any of them, expelled from the womb to cry around the blood, and after birth to change. And I was sucked into death and beyond, drained of what I was to cry out for blood, and afterward be only the same. Bloodless, I thirst briefly to fill my veins again. Satiated, I hunger for something, someone, anyone to warm the emptiness. The ages blur in passing, but the hours, the nights, they crawl, stretching like my shadow at a door when clouds betray the moon. God, who might love me still as I love you or not, do I compound the blasphemy when I feel forsaken? I used to love the rising sun. There's a statue in a park in Paris, topped by the bust of some famous writer. And the unnamed but larger-than-life woman seated casually at the foot of the pedestal is said to be a swooning muse. Or perhaps this is in London, or it's New York or Madrid, since old days and older ways are scattered everywhere. Ghosts of a battle they don't know they lost. Wherever, she looks more bored than awed, more wife to a blathering husband, one who puts a roof above her head in exchange for selfish sex. It's harder to know about the trio in the background, anonymous, featureless young girls in white, with their backs turned to the past as they walk toward the shadowed woods of choice not yet cast. Hard, but one may hope, one may dream. And lastly, just the 3 of us. There are no walls here, only thin, tarnished flows, impenetrably deep blue water, a sky that today bodes no good. Still, you search for me, pretending to be Santa Lucia when we both know too well your current incarnate nature is emboldened by red-clad legs and morning-purpled torso. Unsure of today's transgression, I kneel behind a blonde wood panel that stands alone, unsupported, as if it weren't quite obvious to you. You could walk on my side of it, peek around or back behind it, but you don't, never finding me until I step away from the shadow, call your name and risk your anger for a chance to receive your grace. Thank you all.